Let's begin. What's going on, guys? Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Adidas X 17 Plus Purespeed in a colorway that nobody really knows about because Adidas hasn't given it much marketing attention. It's basically an alternate colorway variation of the cold-blooded pack that is exclusive to the Purespeed. You can't get this color in any other X models, and there's no alternate colorways in this particular color scheme for any of the other lines either. It's just the Purespeed, which is kind of weird, but a really good looking colorway. Of course, we'll take a detailed look at that in today's video. We'll also talk about tech specs, performance features, and of course how they fit and feel on feet. So if you want to learn more about them, please stick around, watch the entire video. And if you're interested to pair for yourself, you can click the little pop-up in the corner of the screen or the first link down below. That'll take you to the review page on my website where you'll find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you'll be able to pick these up below their normal $280 retail price. Included with the cleats is a box, a string bag, and an extra set of insoles. So this is the cold-blooded pack Purespeed. You've seen a lot of professional players wearing it, but there have been a couple guys wearing this kind of unadvertised cold-blooded pack variation, which is more or less kind of like the opposite or an inverted version of the white one. And I think the white ones look really, really good, but these in person are impressively good looking. It's got a gray base to it, but the gray has almost like this bluish, slightly metallic tinge to it. And you can see as I move it around, because of the dot pattern, it almost looks like it's shifting from gray to black to red to this greenish color. It's a really, really cool effect. And you're actually gonna notice that the dots themselves, which I don't know why it's so noticeable on this particular colorway, they go from red towards the front half of the shoe and then transition into black towards the back half. So it has this really interesting kind of color shift effect because of that, and it just looks really clean. Sometimes the dot pattern can actually make the shoe look a little bit cheap in my opinion, but on this particular colorway it makes them look really premium. You're also going to find that the Adidas logo there is black in color with that little bit of extra texturing that you don't really see until you're up close in person. You got some extra branding right there on the medial side. You're going to notice that the Tech Fit collar piece and S-curve heel that sticks out is black and red with the whole inside being red in color. And then it does have the wearable finish on the sole plate as well, where it's matte black at the heel transitioning into like a matte red in the forefoot, which looks really, really clean and just works extremely well with the overall design. Probably my personal favorite colorway of the Purespeed that we've seen so far, but let me know your opinions on the look of these down below in the comments. Do you prefer this one or do you prefer the regular cold-blooded pack colorway? Now, I've talked about the Purespeed quite a few times on this channel before, and I've been pretty open about saying that this is my personal favorite boot currently on offer from the Adidas brand of all their top-end models. I really like the way that it fits. I find it very, very comfortable. The heel lockdown is fantastic. Minimal break-in time. The quality of the upper is really good. And the overall design of the shoe, as complex as it is, it just works really, really nicely. So I'll go over key elements that you should know in the video, but if you want to learn a little bit more about them or you just want to see the shoes in action, I'll leave a little pop-up on screen to my Purespeed playtest video. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to go ahead and check that out. Now, the Purespeed can be summed up as more or less a speed boot, although it's definitely not as minimal as something like a Mercurial from the Nike line, which is obviously what a lot of people want to compare this to. So the upper is comprised of basically two different materials. You have the synthetic on the outside, then you have the Tech Fit on the inside, which is what kind of sticks out right here. So basically the forefoot area in front of this seam is just straight up synthetic. It's nice and thin, nice and flexible, has that really soft feel to it, but at the same time has that little bit of padding as well. So it's not like a true barefoot sensation, although it's definitely along the lines of feeling more like a barefoot touch on the ball. You're also gonna have this big lace cover that is actually a lace cover. A lot of people seem to think that this is a laceless boot, but there are laces underneath here. Basically what's happening is you have this internal Tech Fit system, which is like an elasticated mesh, I guess is the best way to describe it, and it wraps the entire midfoot up until this seam right here. So you have kind of an internal sock, and then underneath or on top of the sock, underneath the lace cover, you're gonna find nylon straps at 3 different points going down the middle of the shoe, which act as your lacing system. So the nylon straps, it's really difficult for me to show you because it's black on black. It's very dark in there. But the nylon straps go from the base of the sole up into the lacing positions. So you have 3 lacing positions through the midfoot that when you tie the laces tight, it really does a good job of locking everything in place. And the heel has a more narrow shape to it and also these little grip texturing dots to them as well with a nice synthetic suede, which really does a good job of gripping your heel as well. So heel slippage is pretty much non-existent in this particular shoe. I think it's probably one of the best heel lockdowns you can get for from any model period right now. And again, considering that the lacing system only runs from like here to here, the lockdown and general responsiveness you get from the shoe, while not on par with most Mercurial models, is still very, very good. And again, it's very comfortable. It doesn't fit quite as tight as a Mercurial either. And I just really like the feel of this shoe. It's got a very consistent touch across the entire foot, especially because of this lace cover. It gives it a certain look as well that you really can't get from anything else right now. You're also going to find that it does have the non-stop grip dots on the surface, which is basically Adidas's wet control element. Honestly, I don't really think it does anything at all, but it is something that they do include. I personally consider this to be a low cut shoe. We talked about the heel liner and the lockdown. It's excellent. For those that are curious about the insole, it is fully removable. I'll give you guys a quick look at that. It's just a mesh liner on top, some perforations, and a single layer of this red foam. Really nothing special at all. Kind of typical of what you'll find from most Adidas products. And then as far as the sole plate is concerned, this features their sprint frame construction with the built-in external heel counter. Very lightweight. It's what gives this shoe its lightweight feel in the first place. These are going to weigh in at right around 7.3, 7.4 ounces, right around the 7 to 7.5 ounce mark, which is not super, super light, but it's light enough for most people. They're definitely not going to feel heavy on your feet. And as far as the stud pattern is concerned, what's nice about pretty much all the inline Adidas models is that they are FG-AG, so you can use this on firm natural grass as well as artificial grass playing surfaces. It's nothing spectacular as far as traction is concerned, and really, if you've worn an Adidas product in the last several years, they haven't really moved around as far as stud patterns are concerned. They're kind of all the exact same layout, just with slight variation in terms of the shape of the stud. It works really effectively. Nobody really complains about it. Would I like to see a little bit more variety? Yes, but it definitely gets the job done. And again, you can use it on two different types of playing surfaces, which is nice because you only have to buy one pair rather than an FG pair and a dedicated AG pair as well. Now, since the laces on the Purespeed are pretty much fully covered, what I like to do is just loosen the very top and then just get my foot in using basically two hands, grabbing the heel and then grabbing the front part right here, and then just kind of forcing it in. You'll find that the texturing in the heel is a little bit sticky against your sock, which is good once you actually get it in, but it can make it a little bit more difficult to put them on, especially the first couple times. Once you slide your foot in, just kind of adjust the front piece, and then from here, you want to just pull on the two ends of the laces that are left exposed, and that does a pretty good job of tightening the entire lacing system all the way through, although you can't really adjust it section by section like you normally would. And then from there, you just tie them up, and then it's completely up to you whether or not you leave the laces out or you tuck them into the side of the lace cover. I usually tuck them in. On feet, the Purespeed, in my opinion, is one of the most comfortable shoes out of the box. There's very little break-in time. All the materials feel really soft. The synthetic in the forefoot toe box area is flexible, doesn't have any stiffness to it at all. The internal tech fit system wraps the midfoot, giving you that sock-like sensation. And then when you pull the laces tight, it really does help to lock everything in place. Heel lockdown, like I talked about, is exceptional on this particular shoe. And really, most people are not gonna have too many issues with breaking these in. As far as width is concerned, they have a decent amount of width to them, but definitely nothing that I would say is excessively narrow or excessively wide. I think they will fit most people. Don't expect a ton of stretching right here along this seam, but otherwise I think most people won't have any issues fitting into these shoes in regards to width. And as far as sizing is concerned, I'm wearing a size 9 US here, which is what I would typically wear. And the fit, I would say, is just about bang on. So for the most part, if you are looking to get a pair of these for yourself, I would definitely recommend going true to size in order to achieve the best possible fit. Anyways, guys, that is it for my review. Great colorway, great boot in general. The Purespeed is one of those shoes that I can very strongly recommend. Again, if you're interested in a pair for yourself, you can click the little eye in the corner of the screen or the first link down below. That'll take you to the review page on my website where you will find those buy it now links with SR4U coupon codes where you can get them below their normal $280 retail price. If you have any questions, as always, leave those down below in the comments and I'll do my best to get an answer out to you as soon as I possibly can. If you enjoyed the video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information linked down below in the description as well. Other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching.